everybody, happy Mondays. I don't have a thing here, so let's add that. Sure, there we go. Hi guys, I'm Sirken. It's Monday night. I'm here and you're here, and I'm real happy that that's all a thing. I feel like the videos are probably the very best part of the entire stream. So thank you to Jasar from the P99 forums for making the videos, and especially the latest video that was on the last video. Said video way too many times there. Joined by wonderful people. Knix, say hi. We have Knix back. Say hi, Knix.
Hey people, how are you guys?
They're good. I'm sure they're good. They
Welcome
might
back,
not realize it, but they're good. And Argh, we have you. Say hi, say things to people.
Yeah, you have me. How's it going?
That's good. We are just busting at the seams with enthusiasm tonight.
It's coming out of all seams.
I like that. I like that. You might need to create new seams to allow extra points of stuff.
Oozing.
And Derubael, say hi and things.
Good evening, Monday night stream.
We're happy to have everybody here. I feel like
got a little bit of the old guard is here with Knix making a return.
it's kind of like us all getting together after like Christmas with the family. You get together with your pals and talk about like how your uncle touched you or some stupid thing.
Yeah, do you have something to tell us?
Is that not? Do you guys do Christmas differently?
All cylinders tonight. Holy shit.
Oh, maybe different family traditions. Probably that's all that is. I had lasagna for Christmas.
Tomato.
Let me think. Sorry, I'm moving around Carner's castle like an asshole.
You go find me the family that has the creepy uncle molestation tradition. And I'll grab my shotgun and we'll just wrap this whole thing up in one night.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
that's like 85% of America, though.
We could just go door to door. So that's good. It's holidays. New Year's stuff happened. I didn't do a New Year's stream. I was gonna do a New Year's stream. How was your guys' New Year's?
Whoa.
You didn't feel like being Bob Hope?
Should I have been?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know what Bob Hope is or does, to be honest with you, so I don't know if that's a thing.
Maybe that's not his name then. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Oh, you're talking about Casey Kasem and the balls falling and stuff?
I don't know. I thought his
Casey-
name was some kind of Hope.
I feel like Casey Kasem died.
He
Oh, I
did
know he
recently.
Yeah.
And who was the other guy that did it? The guy that, like, never aged. That guy? Dave Clark?
The guy who never aged.
Is he Asian? Because I think
like,
Asians
yeah.
have found the secret of that.
I don't know what Asians you're looking at, man, but there's some wrinkly fucking Asians out there.
But there's no middle ground. They're real young and
Yeah.
then they're instantly real old.
That's true.
You never look at an Asian and be like, yeah, she's probably about 44. Like
Could
that's
be 10, could be 20, could be 30, 40.
You know, I feel like, and I was actually talking to a friend about this the other day. I feel like if you are Asian, or if you have some Asian in you, you can tell the difference between other Asians much easier than white people can. Even if you are white. I'm
It's
kind of
like gaydar.
I don't think that's really right. You mean you're talking about differences between the ethnicities of the areas and what the people look like?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
totally. If you go up to a Caucasian, any white person, and you're like, hey, take these 10 Asian people and sort them by country. They're going to be like, well, they're all Asian. And
Well, yeah.
you're going to be like, no, I mean China, Korea, blah, blah, blah. If you have a little bit of Korean or Chinese or Japanese, a little bit of Oriental blood, it makes it easier to tell the difference between a Korean and a Japanese person and blah, 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 blah. There's really subtle differences in the way that they look that white people just don't see. And it's the same thing if you go to like Europe, even within the Caucasian family, like over here in America, we can't tell the difference between a Polak and a Swede and all that shit, but they can. You know what I mean? Like they'll point that shit out quick. So I can't remember what brought that whole fucking topic on, but
why
I
are
have
we
no
being
idea.
racist like 10 minutes into this?
Yeah.
have racist. Oh,
Yeah, 5 minutes in, we've covered molesting uncles and
I'm sorry. I'll go hang out.
grouping all the Asian people together.
Non-politically correct club.
He's like, I'll go hang out with your uncle. He sounds like more fun.
Oh gosh. Well, I am gonna hang out with him. I'm bringing my gun with me.
Alright, so last week I streamed by myself, and I decided, because I had really nothing to talk about, to go into the forums and get questions. And some of those questions were pretty great, and while I was streaming, I had wished that there were other people that I could also ask these questions to. And so a couple of these questions I answered last week, and I'm not going to answer them again this week. But one of the big ones, one of the greatest ones, I thought, was what was the stupidest thing you've ever done as a player and as a GM? And Knix and Argh, you can only answer half of that. But I'm gonna go to Argh first. What's the stupidest thing you've ever done as a player in EQ?
The dumbest thing I ever did, I went on like a tirade on these two people in East Commons on live, and I ended up getting banned. And when I had to ask my parents to buy me a new game because I was only in like 6th grade, and they ended up sending the transcript of what I said to my parents.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my fucking god.
And it was like really bad. I probably am not this profane now. There was a lot of incest in there and just a lot of bad words. I'm surprised my parents let me play the game again. I think I convinced them that somebody hacked my account and it wasn't me.
It's like, no, Mom, I'm a good kid.
Yeah.
I would never say these things.
Yeah.
You know, I hate when people that I like as people ask me for things that I can't do. Surname request, but it's a title.
Oh, I really wanted a title.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my title and guys, custom boat.
Toilet cleaner, the janitor. Master of the custodial arts.
It's a title or phrase. Knix, stupidest thing you've ever done as a player.
Stupidest thing I've ever done as a player. I'd probably tried to believe somebody about going somewhere and rezzing them, and then you find out that it's not just that they're not in this zone, that you gotta run out in the middle of some zone 3 zones away and stuff like that, and it's like you get into it and it's hard to get back out. So I feel stupid because
being duped.
Yeah, I don't want to let it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, stop duping Knix.
Oh no, we're a lot smarter now. We go role play all the time.
Knix running around the server now?
Oh my god. Imagine All right, hold on now. Hold on.
Should I expect another Knix to start Skyping me when there's like a crisis going on?
Imagine a guild of Knixes.
Yeah, and
Oh my
that's
God,
something else. I take the game a little too seriously sometimes.
I'm fairly sure that an entire guild of Knixes might collapse space-time.
Knix, I need you to start 30 box soon. That's what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need you to start 30 box, and you can talk to Light.
We're gonna need you to create a black hole in the center of the universe real quick.
There's a player on Red named Light who should be able to give you all the information you need to pull that off.
Say that on stream.
It's okay. Nobody listens to this.
No, that's true. This is true. This is true.
Walking you through how to VPN.
Actually, now that you mention it, that stream we were talking about earlier has almost as many people watching it as there are watching ours.
Well, I don't know if that's good or bad, but
well, we already went over what all those people are doing. So.
Oh yes.
Well, I don't know if we want those people over here anyway. So.
Oh, the red people.
We want intelligent viewers, which is I think what we have.
I think we saw a pretty good example of what happens when red and blue people play together on that forced beta.
Oh yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
Man, there were some red players who were just really. They weren't stepping out of line, but they were just showing the worst side of red, and I wanted to go fucking slap them and just be like, you guys, this is your opportunity to show Blue that, like, you're not all a bunch of fucking spurgloids who can't handle yourselves on the internet or whatever. No, they did not give a shit. They were just like, hey, PK some people! Why can't I click my stone? Like, they're all talking in OOC. Like, they were all in one zone. They could have been shouting, but instead they're in OOC and like, I got you with a backstab. Let's fucking joust.
Oh, god damn it!
Like, shut up.
Put'ems is here.
That's fine. I mean, not everybody was like that, but there were a select few who, like, you know, when you have global OOC and everyone in your little hangout group, which is like 100 people strong, is in one zone, you don't need to use OOC. Use shout.
But you do if you want to annoy people.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I think the population dropped by half after Red was closed, and they were forced to go and force beta too.
Yeah, see, Put'ems understands. I think we're on the same page here. Most of Red is great, but there is a very small and very vocal minority. They try to make everybody look bad because they're fucking idiots. Because they have no social boundaries and no social grasp of anything. I mean, they are the definition of just socially handicapped. So, or I don't know, maybe they just don't fucking care. Maybe they're sociopaths. Who knows? Regardless, they're fucking terrible.
Hooray! Derubael, two-parter for you. Stupidest thing as a player and as a GM.
Man, alright, you sent me this list a couple days ago, or this morning actually.
You gave him heads up? That's not fair.
Yeah,
like
well,
15 hours.
My questions are a lot, first of all. Asking what's the dumbest thing you've done as a GM is like such a broad, sweeping question, because you do stupid things as a GM all the time.
Yeah, but I have the advantage of mentioning things on different servers that people can't hate me for.
Yeah, well, I don't get that advantage here, unfortunately. But I think most of my stupid shit as a GM is well known. I'm crazy because I go, and when I make a mistake, I'm like, hey, everybody, sorry, I fucked up, and like I tell everybody about it. Most of the time. So I thought about this for a really long time, and what was let me really just read the phrasing of the question real quick. Stupid thing. Okay, so the dumbest thing I've ever done as a player actually answers the next question as well, which is any interaction with EQ live GMs. I scammed a shitload of people on my server, and I had a buddy that we both played together, and we were broke as fuck, and we wanted money, so we scammed everybody on our server.
You're talking about on live, right?
On live, yeah, on live. We scammed everybody on little level 1 tunes. We stole a fuckload of plat. It was right around, like, right after Lucklin released. So many people were just loaded with platinum. It was all over the server, and people were just dumb with it. I mean, I don't know if the internet was invented yesterday when Lucklin was released, but nobody fucking knew about any of these scams. So we just tore through the server, and it was really bad, and everybody knew like what we were doing, but they didn't know who we were, and we got away with this for months, and we stockpiled this huge massive platinum. And one day the GMs summoned me into their fucking little box, and it was the server GM for A row. It was like whatever it is. They have like the lead GM for several servers, and they have the server GM, and then I think they had a guide standing there or something. I don't know what the guide was there for. He's just trying to show force or some shit like that. But the guide was probably the least intimidating person there. So the GM was like, "You've been scamming people. Da da da." We caught you doing this, and they had us for one thing. Like, one person had a solid enough connection to our characters that they didn't have to piece too many things together to nail us for that. So they had one scam out of all the scams we had done. They had us for one scam, and I was sitting there, and I was just like, wow, this room is really cool. Like, you can summon people? Holy shit. And like looking at her gear and like, what does this thing do and what does that thing do? While she was trying to talk to me about getting banned, basically, because they're about to ban both of our accounts for scamming. and she went on this big long speech about like integrity and like honor, and I swear to God, it was literally like an elf princess in a real life elf sim. Explaining why you shouldn't steal and like why you shouldn't scam. I think she even was talking about like the kingdom and like blah 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 and all this shit. And I was an Ixar at the time, and I was like, "Fuck your kingdom! We're gonna take all that shit over." And went off and just started swearing. Like I didn't even know where it came from. I was a dumb kid, and I was tired of her speech. I wanted her to ban me. Like, I wanted to just get it over with because I knew that's what was coming, and she wouldn't stop. She just kept talking. I was like, "Can I camp out of here? Can I slash Q? Blah blah blah." Like just trying to fucking be done with it, and she wouldn't let me go. She kept going. So that's when I was like, "Fuck your kingdom! We're gonna fucking rape your women and hear the lamentations of their children." And like, it was really fucking bad. In front of 2 GMs and all this shit. So they suspended us for 24 hours, and we were back in a day.
That's it, huh?
Jeez.
And then we were back scamming again. It was really fucking... I don't know what happened, but like it was a big deal, and a lot of people on our server probably would have been really fucking pissed if they had known they only suspended us for 24 hours. But back then, Sony wanted money more than they cared about dumb players getting scammed.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, they let a lot of shit slide. So dumbest thing I've ever done as a GM. Hold on. I didn't want to cough into the mic. I thought about this one for a really long time because I've done a lot of stupid shit as a GM. I'm sure, you know, players.
That's exactly what they want to hear.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing is that it's little mistakes, but like every fuck up you do when you're on the CSR staff, especially when you first start out, you feel like is the most colossal fuck up of all time.
Yeah.
It's never happened to anyone else before. You're the only CSR who's ever fucked up that way. The server's gonna come crashing down. There's gonna be RNF posts, server chat posts. People are gonna be crying for your resignation. Rogan is going to come to your house with a robotic nilbog and sock you in the face. It's really bad. And you want to do well, and you don't want to fuck up. So every time you screw up, especially when you're first starting out, is nerve-wracking. So I did all the usual shit when I first started out. I gave people name changes when I shouldn't have. I promised someone a name change and then later found out that I wasn't supposed to. So I didn't, fortunately, and it would have been really bad if I had given this player a name change because he's a total fucking dickbag and did not deserve it at all. But I think the worst thing I've done as a GM, and it's actually like something that still occasionally happens, but I've gotten it down. I've reduced the number of times that it happens in a given period. But anytime I mix somebody up in the database, like on the login table and shit, and I think that they're someone that they're not, and I go to them, and I never go to a player and accuse them of something unless I'm 100% sure that I'm fucking right. Because if it's at the point where I'm talking to you, you're already fucked. I don't even need to talk to you. I can ban you right there. I'm just giving you a courtesy call, basically. But it's anytime I go to a player and I start talking to them and I suddenly realize that I have the wrong person, those are the worst fuck-ups for me. Because then all of a sudden, you know, the person's like, I'm not this person, blah, 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 you know, and they're PMing Rogan and Nilbog, and
It's
Rogan's
kind of
coming
like
to me.
calling your girlfriend a different name, right?
And what was that?
Don't do that. They don't like
and
that.
Yeah, Rogan or Nilbog messages me and like, hey, what happened here? Da da da. And I have to go back and double check my work. Sometimes it takes hours to go back through like all the little links that I went to get to that person. And it just makes you feel really stupid. You feel really bad for the player because you went and you were like, you fucking did this. You're screwed. Like, you're going down. I don't actually say that to people, but but you scare the shit out of them, and they're like, oh, like, why am I getting banned? They've done nothing wrong. Those are the worst fuck-ups for me. It's pretty rare nowadays. I think I've really only did it, like, maybe 5 times ever on the server, but every single one of them it shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that never should occur to begin with, so. Yep.
A+.
I think I was one of those people.
No way. When did I come to you with anything? I've always known who.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. I was banned once though here.
Ooh, detail.
I would like to hear this.
Mistakenly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, was it RMT thing?
Yeah.
You got let go right away, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and you responded to my PM in like 5 seconds.
Yeah. See, those ones I don't worry about, because when I do those ban waves, the easiest way to do it is just blanket ban everything. And then honestly,
yeah, and then just sort through everybody who comes to you.
Yeah, and people sometimes say like, well, you shouldn't do that, you know, you should go through every single one and make sure and verify and make sure 37 days making sure everything's correct. I'm just like, that last ban wave, the big one we did in March, there were, can't give the actual total number, including sellers accounts, but it was over 500 accounts were banned, and my margin of error on that ban wave was less than 2% of those bans were wrong. Which I think is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So I feel totally comfortable doing it that way. I will always do it that way. If you don't like it, I can't help you. I'm really good about responding to that kind of thing. So it's not something I worry about. If you don't want to get banned for somebody else fucking up, don't let them onto your account, and you'll be fine.
And don't do transfers for people in EC.
That was different.
I still now, like, I just pretend to be AFK anytime anybody asks me for a transfer.
It's totally fine to do transfers in EC.
No, I don't buy into it anymore.
You mean if somebody asks you to transfer like a large item and you have no idea who they are, you're not gonna get in trouble later on if it turned out that they were RMT?
If they just use you as a middleman?
No,
yeah.
I can tell if you're the person buying the platinum or if you just got caught up in a middleman thing.
Okay.
Like, yeah, if you're innocent, you're innocent. You're not gonna get banned. I tell people that, and someone's like, "Well, how do you know?" And
don't worry about it.
No. Yeah.
No, if you do get banned, like, because you know it happens, and if you do get banned, petition form. Explain the situation. He'll check it out. Crystal Ball will either say you're guilty or innocent.
Most definitely. And if you're, please be polite and patient. Like, I understand the frustration that goes along with getting mistakenly banned when you did nothing wrong. Like, I get that pisses you off and you're upset and you're frustrated. But just be patient. Give me a little bit of time to sort through your thing. If I see someone who might have been mistakenly banned, I usually jump on it right away, and you're unbanned within an hour of your post. If that's not what happens, be patient. I have a real life, but that's my #1 priority is mistaken bans whenever I'm on a petition forum. So just relax. I'll get to you. Don't fucking yell at me or scream or start swearing at Sirken or any of the guides, because that's just gonna put you at the bottom of my list, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I wanted to grab something I saw in chat about copying to beta. There shouldn't be a wait. If you did, this is Lao. If you did do your /copy and it still says you're in the queue, you should just do it again, because it's usually not more than a minute or two at most. Usually it's instantly.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the queue longer than one person.
Make sure you do make sure you do it twice. Do beta. Yep.
Yeah, the one
that's
just
a thing?
like, are you sure you want to do it? Yeah, because it's like, it makes you confirm that you actually want to copy over, because you could be copying over a beta character already.
RMT ban wave. I don't know if we're going to get an enormous ban wave this year, because I've just been doing mini waves ever since they did that big ban wave in March. I've just been hitting sellers and buyers pretty much every month to discourage it, and it's been working fairly well. So I don't think we're gonna need to do an enormous wave like we did last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the reason we had an enormous wave is because the last guy who was doing the RMT stuff wasn't as good as the current guy.
Yeah, well.
And so there was a lot. Well, I chose my words very specifically for that.
And not that it wasn't as good. He just there's a lot of time investment, honestly, to catch all that shit, and if you can't put in the time, then.
Oh man, I thought I was being a lot politer with what I said.
You think that what you said was more polite? I just
No,
said
well,
that-
no, I figured I didn't think you were willing to go like as polite as you just went. I figured
Oh,
like mine
God,
was the
God.
cap of
Well, no,
politeness.
but everything I just said was absolutely true. That is why a lot of stuff went through the cracks. Is because of the time investment required. Like I can tell you right now that just looking at like my RMT list, like I could spend an entire day, like a 24-hour period, just doing that, and I would not knock out all of my RMT bands.
Hooray!
Which, yeah, I mean, that hurts my brain right now. And some people are going to slip through the cracks. Like, I'm going to be totally honest. Like, you might be the 5% that slips through, or whatever, the 10% that slips through, if you RMT. I'm just going to put it out there and be honest. You might make it. You might
Oh
get
yeah,
to the
you can
finish line.
kill somebody and maybe you'll get away with it too.
For
But those
sure.
logs never disappear.
Well, you got to
So the-
hire Johnny Cochran
The
as your
chance
lawyer.
is always out there.
You got to go to Sirken because he's the easy judge on appeals. And then you got to cry a lot.
Come to
Giving-
Sirken for your appeals.
I'm giving everybody
Sirken's
yeah.
the fifth circuit.
But see, here's the problem with RMT bans is that Sirken never appeals those. He's always like, go talk to Derubael.
I'm gonna flag him for Derubael.
Yep. And I'm the fucking hard ass that if there's a solid link, like I don't even talk to you. I say, you're banned for RMT for this transaction. You bought this shit, and I move you to resolve it. I pretty much ignore you after that, unless you like really think you solidly have an argument and you can prove that it wasn't RMT. Then I'll pay attention, but it's so rare that happens.
Or maybe if you are just like a small time person who bought 10K one time and you're like, oh, I messed up, I only made one mistake, but wait, let me finish, you're gonna like this. But then you go to Derubael and you're like, but I have all this information that implicates players X, Y, and Z in the biggest RMT ring of all time. And
You have to
then
use that voice.
it would help. I mean,
RMT ring of all time. I'm bringing them all down.
I mean, for real, that would get my attention, especially if he like somehow uploaded it as a WAV file so I could hear that voice.
God. Get the erudites and the dwarves and the elves, all the fucking RMT.
That's.
Damn. Cheers.
Oh,
And then I'm
God
gonna
damn it.
forget whatever deal it was that we made for a couple months, and then, you know, I'm not gonna go back into that. Oh my
All right. I want to know, Knix,
Yes.
what class would you be based on your in real life personality in real life?
What the fuck?
Do you
That's a
cast
hybrid.
magical spells?
I mean,
Yeah, I'll
I don't
pass that
know.
to Argh.
I tried to I tried to think about how to approach that, and I just figured like I'm not like too good or too bad to be like a paladin or a shadow knight, but I could see myself being a rogue because I'm sneaky and backstabby, and I'll rifle through your pockets and steal your shit if I get half a chance.
Can
Just
I
a
cast
street
Rowdy
thief?
on you when you're on those late night fucking petition rampages?
It'd probably be better. It'd probably be for the best.
No, I think I'd like to be an enchanter because
What about
I'd
a
like to
druid?
work people's minds and control them a little.
Oh God! Oh,
Oh, but
Nyx
that's
is the
not like-
charmer. She's the charmer right here. She's gonna bewitch some people, and oh my gosh,
Yeah, that's more like what I'd want to do, not what I do in real life.
Enchantress. Talk about abuse of power. I can see her running around, charming the guy at the Starbucks barista. You know, oh, I'm gonna need a drink tray with 4 frappuccinos and.
What about you, Arg? What class would you be in real life based on personality?
I don't think it matters what class I would be. I'd be a tunnel rat.
Spoken.
Just like I am in
No,
EQ.
you'd be a rogue.
So no, you'd be a homeless guy standing at the
No.
corner of like
Yeah,
Elston and
I would
Addison.
be-
For
I would be
Right
on
by-
the street
No.
with 2 steins spinning around on the street
Oh, yeah.
corner, just like I am in EC.
You'd be that guy
I'm
that
not
bugs
tunnel.
me.
Winter tunnel rat's poor. That's terrible. The homeless guy.
Look, not all the homeless people. Well, not
Hey,
all the people
there's-
asking for money in the street are poor. Some of them,
But they're not asking for money. They're selling.
no,
items.
they're
No,
asking
there
for
was,
money.
There was this one guy in India that I met. He started out as a homeless guy, just begging for change and shit.
Do you know how funny that sounds? He started out his career as a homeless guy.
After 2 years or 3 years, he eventually had $1 million.
What?
Oh wow.
Because
Well,
of
wait, is it
nerds
$1
like
or
me
is it
giving
a
them
million
money.
Fucking Indian zenny. Or
No, not rupees. American.
Chronos or rupees.
Yeah, he had he's a millionaire now, and he owns one of the largest insurance companies over there.
What the ball fuck happened there?
I don't know. He's just persistent with his hounding of people for change, I guess.
No, I had an ex who could panhandle like nobody I've ever seen. And
Well,
she
women don't
really-
count for panhandling. They never have to panhandle. They just wear low-cut
she would
t-shirts.
she would walk around and fucking just collect money, and it was insane. She could get
Did she
500
work at a
bucks.
strip club?
She could get 500 bucks in an hour, and no, I'm talking about walking around like a grocery store parking lot asking people for cash, and she could get 300, 500 bucks in an hour. And I was just like, why don't you do this as a career? And she was like, I really don't like it. Like, I'm really shy about it. And I'm like, shy about it? Look at this stack of cash. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Just go do this for the rest of your life, and
What-
you're set.
What
And you
would she
never have
ask
to worry
for?
about anything ever again.
Would she make up a story, or would she just try and charm him and ask for
I
money?
honestly have no fucking idea. I never went with her. She always did it on her own.
So maybe she was, you know,
Doing other things in there.
yeah. Giving some HJs.
Or I honestly think she would make less money if she was giving out sexual favors.
Wow.
Not because she's
Wow.
unattractive or something, because it takes more time.
Yeah, very time consumed. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? How many hand jobs can you give in an hour compared to random people that you can collect a $20 bill from?
Based
just
on
asking
my data alone, 3.
I clocked it, I know.
God damn it.
We took a survey.
So that's. Oh. Alright, so. God damn it. Alright, I'm trying.
Was a hand job discussion on your list? I'm trying to find that question.
It doesn't matter now.
Have you received a hand job from Derubael's ex-girlfriend?
Oh, straw poll
Give
time.
her $20, $40, or $60.
Oh,
Would you repeat this service?
god damn it.
All of you better check yes to that.
So, I'm not even touching any of that. I'm just moving on. Just moving on.
Resolution. Let's hit the first one on the list. What's your New Year's resolution, Sirken?
Oh, shit. My New Year's resolution is to do things. I don't know. I'm trying to
question.
I know, but I was planning on listening to you guys, and then I would take a little bit of each one and merge it into an answer.
Is it resolution in regards to the game?
No,
or
it
just
doesn't
in
matter.
life?
I'd like to get in real life, I'd like to get a much more secure job.
I don't have a New Year's resolution because New Year's is just bullshit. It was a Thursday. It was another Thursday. I don't make Thursday resolutions.
I mean, it's kind of special. I drink on a weekday, and I don't drink in the
I
middle of the
drink
day.
on every weekday.
You drink it because it's
God
fucking
damn it,
Tuesday.
Argh.
You're like, let's celebrate Tuesday! Just
Well, why not celebrate
Yeah.
Tuesday? It's a good
You
day.
gotta celebrate
Oh.
every day.
You
I
gotta
would pick and
celebrate-
choose days to
You
celebrate
gotta
stupid
celebrate
shit.
stopping the shakes after getting off. Or a successful night of sleeping without
Oh.
shitting yourself.
God damn
There you
it.
It's,
Waking up
it's
from
the
a-
little things in life.
I'm celebrating not crapping my pants because I was so drunk when I went to sleep last night. It's just a side effect that I'm not going to be shaking anymore once I finish this class.
Oh, you know what I'd like? You know what I'd like for an in-game resolution? I would like to see Velius come out this year, and I would like to see at least 2 guilds move into Class C. That's what I would like to see this year.
Well, see, that sounds like your resolutions for other people.
Well, I feel like me and Derubael probably have to do things
Those are
to
just
nudge
goals.
them in the right direction.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I
I'm
think
resoluting to
both
be
would
more.
take a lot more than nudging.
I'm resoluting to be more proactive in forcing
Okay.
people into Class C.
I think the word you were looking for is resolving.
No, I don't feel. I feel like that's the wrong word. I thought about
It
resolving.
could be.
I felt it was close, but I didn't like it. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. I'm not sure the other word I used did either. I'm in lava now because I was following an asshole.
Don't you have float on?
No, I don't.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah, I know. Running around like a goddamn scrub. And it looks
Yeah.
like the people I was just gonna go visit are done. As I see a bunch of corpses here. Nerds.
Well, you mean they died?
No, I mean they're just leaving.
Oh.
They're like,
You
oh,
mean they
Sirken.
corpsed all of they corpsed all their stuff and they're ready to go.
I mean, I don't know why you would corpse a Freddy boots because they're not lore items, but
I see.
essentially
There you go.
they're just leaving.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's my stuff. I want to get a better, more secure form of income, and I want to see more guilds in Class C. You got two. You got a real life one, and you got an in-game one.
What happened?
It doesn't matter, but I like the idea of in-game resolutions better, to be perfectly honest. Argh, do you have an in-game... No, you don't. You're like, fuck it, it's Thursday. Derubael, do you have an in-game New Year's resolution or another kind that you'd like to share?
Yes, actually. I have two things on my P99 list. Number one is keeping more up to date on the little, like the hard petitions on the petition. The ones that nobody wants to do and they sit there for a little bit longer than they should. Either because there is no answer and nobody wants to put the time in to confirm that we can't do anything, or because the person is rude or clueless, you know, for whatever reason, their petition gets answered a little bit more slowly than the others. And I want to try to attend those faster so we can get them out of the petition form. And then for the players, I would like to get some more events going and also get with Nilbog to do some scripted events later in the year. Because he offered a while back and we never did them, and you know, our events are always so, or at least my events are always so cookie cutter. You know, I can't do scripts in game, so I have to be creative.
What was that tournament you guys were talking about before?
And I would love to do the Duelist tournament again as soon as we get through.
Look, holidays make shit hard. The whole, like, end of November...
Holidays make me hard.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You know, I was available last year to do stuff around the holidays, and this year I literally was not even... I didn't even log into P99, like, in 2 weeks here for the holidays. I think I logged in twice or something. So I didn't do any events. I wanted to do a Christmas Day stream with an event, and I ended up not being able to do that. I got busy that evening. Might have actually gotten drunk and fallen asleep like really fucking early Christmas Day. But yeah, so in any case, I haven't been able to do anything. I haven't been home. I want to make up for that early this year because anybody who plays P99 on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve is a hero in my book and should be rewarded. I felt really bad.
I think I played P99 on Christmas. I don't remember what I did because I was really drunk, but I did.
If you played last year, it was really fucking cool. We had it. I think probably one of our best events actually was the Krampus Claus event.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Which was just awesome because it was this big scavenger hunt that we did that lasted hours. A ton of newbies got items because they figured out my clues. And then it all culminated in a giant fight in Everfrost Peaks where I was like a 500-foot tall Santa, and I had like a rusty longsword or something, and I was bashing on a 500-foot tall Inaruk named Krampus Claus. And there was swarms of players around Santa Claus, and I was like shouting to the zone like, "Help me, Norathian heroes! Don't let Santa Claus die and kill Christmas!" And like, it was a lot of fun, man. It was really great. And everybody got something, and everybody had a good time, and it's up on the wiki now, and I want those experiences to be not the norm on P99, but I want everybody who plays on P99 to say like, I hit an event, I got to at least one event this year, or so yeah, that's my resolution for the players this year.
You know what event we should really do this year? Ghost Ship Casino.
There you go.
Wait, what was that? Say again?
The Ghost Ship Casino.
The Ghost Ship? Oh, speaking of casinos, we can do that. I mean, those can go in, like, we can put those in, the casino NPCs.
NPC things?
Yeah, just automated. I mean, they're not going to be super advanced. You're not going to have like the blackjacks and some of the more complicated casino games. It's going to be a straight dice roll against a number. But yeah, totally.
Are you gonna stick them in the high keep card room?
See, that was the original idea. Was that if you went to the high keep card room and went to a casino guy there, you'd get a higher payout if you won. But not everybody can go there. A lot of people are KOS.
Right.
Oh.
So yeah, that idea got vetoed.
So stick it on a boat.
They'll just have to transfer their plat over to their.
See, but then we have to
person
set
that
up.
does it.
See, putting them on a boat is a really risky proposition because boats are so fucked. It would have to be a stationary ship. You know, it'd have to be like the riverboat casino that doesn't move, basically.
Yeah.
And
stashed at a dock somewhere.
we could put it in Lake Wrath. It could be like the boat that somehow like got into the middle of a lake. You know?
Yeah.
Like we built this boat on this lake and never planned on moving it anywhere, and just have it filled with casino NPCs.
That'd be awesome.
The gnome bullseye event. I feel like that'd be a good one from Oregon. I feel like he would get a huge kick out of that. He's into those little funny, goofy ones.
So
Yeah.
next, I feel that we beat that to death.
We did. Oh, wait.
Oh,
There's
oh.
one more for both of us, and that is, and basically just
Slowly,
improve
carefully.
CSR on the server as much as we can this year.
Yep, that's
another
our
one.
goal
That's another one for all
every
you guys.
day.
That is number one on Sirken's list as the lead CSR. It's always his top priority.
Yep.
All of you guys and your customer service experience is his number one thing. It's more important than anything in his life. So
You gotta get a wild card GM.
wild. What's the wild card?
I think we should have a resolution to do at least one thing that's wild and reckless.
Make Salty a GM. GM Salty. There. That's your wild card.
God, no. Why?
Get spam broadcasts
Yeah,
about
GM
Twitch.
Salty gets -1 access.
Oh. A plus. Don't care. Oh, here's one. We'll start with Derubael on this one because I don't think I started with you on any of these.
Mm-hmm.
For you, buddy, what was the pinnacle of EverQuest?
This is a stupid fucking question.
What was the highest, bestest point?
Like
Just
at
coming
the
at
end
your
of
question.
Velius? The end of Velius, basically.
The end of Elias. Why?
Because everything was just perfect, man. Like the Velius is such a great expansion. I'll have a two-part answer, and I'll make it quick. The lore-wise, the pinnacle of EQ was Pop. That's when the story should have ended, and EQ should have never had another expansion after.
Yeah, I don't know how they continued after that. Like you killed all the gods.
Yeah, exactly. You killed all the like the lore ended with Pop, and it should have stopped there. And if they weren't willing to stop it there, they should have waited to release that expansion and put out all the other bullshit, Lost Dungeons of Norath and fucking Omens of War and Gates of Discord. Like, dude, no. Like, you killed the fucking gods. You know, like they're the guys who created the fucking place. Blah blah blah.
Right.
You kill Karn, the Lord of Time. Like, this is fucking stupid. Continuing the lore after that was the worst idea ever.
Well,
But for me, I didn't even play into Pop. I stopped during Luckland.
So Lucklid was that bad you just quit. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: is I didn't hate Luckland as much as a lot of you guys did. I felt like it didn't break the game, like Pop did. I mean, Planes of Power ruined it because it just changed the entire dynamic. You sat in Plane of Knowledge, like, whenever I go play on another MU server, like if I go play on PEQ or even on live, and I realized that POK is just the lamest, dumbest, most retarded, yet arbitrary, mandatory hub city ever created. I hate it. I can't stand it. So that ruined it. I mean, that tanked it, basically, for anybody who liked exploration and social aspects of the game and all that stuff. POK fucking murdered your enjoyment of the game, basically, because it's just, it was shit. But Luckland itself, I didn't mind all that much. I thought there was a lot of cool stuff in Luckland. I actually liked the models when they first came out. I'm not a huge fan of pretty much all of them except the XR models now. But I can stand a couple of ones, like the humans are okay and stuff. But I didn't think that stuff broke really in Luckland. The Cats on the Moon was kind of like a minor. When I was a kid, I didn't even think about that. Now that I think about it, it's ass backwards retarded. But back then, I didn't fucking care. I thought there was a lot of great new spells. You had KI for enchanters, and everybody was running around. I don't know. There was a lot of activity during Luckland, and I think they peaked out on their subscribers around that time too. There's people everywhere. The hub zone of the Nexus was cool because it wasn't like POK where there's a book to everywhere else, but you only go to everywhere else so you can skip the travel time to different zones. Nexus was cool because you had to meet up at one of the fucking spires if you didn't have a wizard. So you go to the spire and you sit there for 10 minutes and you'd meet like 6 other people. Like, what are you guys doing? We're going up to, so and so zone. You want to come? He's like, sure, why not? Like, I'm already going up there anyway. And the only thing that ruined the game was the leveling path changed for everybody. Everybody went through the Luckland path instead of going anywhere else because it was the best. That kind of fucked shit up. Other than that, I didn't mind Luckland at all. I actually kind of liked it. But Velius was still the pinnacle. So that's my answer.
That's a real good answer there.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have long answers for all these questions.
Yeah.
Oh, especially, man, I just looked at like the next couple ones that are coming up.
I have sort of the opposite answer. I think POP, Planes of Power was the pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people don't like it because of.
Is it because of the stories?
Knowledge is so bad.
Is it because of like the lore and stories and killing the gods?
Yeah, the rating in Planes of Power was by far the best rating that EQ ever had, and I didn't mind Plane of Knowledge because they had already tried some bullshit revamp with easier traveling in Shadows of Luceland, with Shadows of Luceland, with Luceland, because of
Luceland.
It's Luceland. It's a soft sea.
It's not Luceland.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
There's
like
they had all those fucking the teleporters at the wizard spires.
It's Luckland. Anyway, yeah, the teleport. See, but I thought that was a cool fast travel system.
Yeah, I mean, travel. You needed some revamped form of travel because you were completely reliant on druids and wizards who were never in the same zone as you because they were just going to the revamped Luceland zones to go level fast as shit.
The thing that was good about the Nexus fast travel, and this is something no one ever thinks about, is that those were not game breaking. You still had to fucking run your ass off. There was only 3 of those.
Yeah.
You had one in Kunark, or there's 4. You had one in Kunark, one in Velius, one in Antonica, and one in Fewer. It's not like you got to skip all of your travel. Like, you went to Greater Fadark, or you went to, I don't even know where the Antonica one was. Was there? I don't even know if there was one in Antonica. Karanas.
I don't remember what continent.
Like West Karana or South Karana.
Yeah, one of the Karanas.
Or you go to Karana, which is in the middle of fucking nowhere in Antonica.
But the problem...
you want to go to Kinos, but who fucking cares about Kinos? And then one on Kunark in fucking Dreadlands, and then, it didn't kill travel, I don't think. And
the
a lot
problem
of people
was that after Luceland, there were druids and wizards. They were all concentrated in only Luceland. So those were the only zones that you could go to. You had to rely on them for ports, but they weren't porting people because they were only going to the Luceland leveling zones.
Nobody wanted that was the problem. This is the problem with Luckland was that, and it
made sort of the old world obsolete.
It did. It made it completely obsolete. The only reason you went to the old world is if you needed an epic quest,
but that's why you needed Plane of Knowledge.
Right. Sure, I guess, or you could have just unbroke Luckland. The thing is that all the Luckland zones had better ZEMs and better loot and better and more fun, or not more fun, but just better for leveling than any other zone in the game, and that's why it broke.
Palautal Caverns was ridiculous.
See, I was thinking that the tools were what really made some of those expansions good was the the raid tools, and then the fact that you could have different channels, like you could have a cleric channel.
Chat channels
all
were
awesome. I had no problem with any of that. I thought that was all evolution in progress of MMOs. But I just they broke the leveling path. Everybody has to go to the moon if you want to level up. You want to level up? Got to go to the moon. Oh, you want to go level in High Keep? Sorry, bitch. Go to the moon. It's like, Actually, High Keep was the one fucking mid-level zone that people still went to because it had that insane ZEM on it. But everywhere else, it's like, fuck you. You want to go level somewhere? Pfft, go to the moon. You know, go to Dawn Shroud Peak, sort of the fuck that place was. Oh, you're done in Paladual? Go to Dawn Shroud. Oh, you're done with Dawn Shroud? Go to fucking whatever the place was. It's like, it was stupid. It was stupid. And there was like, there was 3 or 4 zones that everybody used. There was like the fucking one place, like the caverns or some shit. Not Paladual caverns, but other caverns.
I thought it was interesting that there was air in some of the zones, and some zones there wasn't.
Yeah, the gray.
And I like the traps running through. That was kind of fun and scary when you were just right at the level that the stuff was really challenging.
Right.
To address something Puddum said, for a PvP server, Plane of Knowledge sucked. And the books sucked. It gave so many zones just instant escape routes from PvP. And if
Sounds
you
like my kind of PvP.
Yeah, that makes sense.
if you could PvP in the Plane of Knowledge, it would have been a totally different story, because I would have chased you there and slewn your ass right there. But it cheapened it. It's kind of like when I watch nerds on the red server hit zone lines and plug. And it's like, how can you plug and then 5 minutes later be running your mouth in OOC? How can you do that? Like, you should lose you should lose OOC for like an hour after you log into the game, just to punish people who zone plug.
Yeah. Really, the worst thing that came out in any expansion was Bazaar, because it killed.
No, I made
killed
so
these
much
comments.
money in the Bazaar.
Oh, well, so did I, but there were so many bugs that you could exploit.
That's how I made money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but East Commons, East Commons was shit. It needed to evolve. I know people are gonna vilify me for that, and I don't care. Standing around spamming your fucking items in East Commons was shitty. All right.
Yeah, but it was the center of the community.
Setting up a character overnight in the fucking bazaar and going to bed while you sold your shit was good for people who didn't want to be tunnel rats. You know, like I hate doing any kind of tunnel anything, and that's why I was always poor on P99.
Yeah,
You know,
but there's always been a niche market of people who would sell your items for you in EC, which was crazy. That like you see all of these little meta things evolve out of East Commons, which is not something that happened in Bazaar.
I love the fact that it was a hub zone. I love the fact you go there for buffs. You know, I got buffed, you know, and leveled there on a ton of tunes because it was just so convenient. But at the same time, that was just a shitty way to sell stuff. And even after Luckland came out, by the way, on my server at least, East Common Lands was still a trade hub. People still went there to sell shit. It's just that if you wanted to go set up a trader, you went to the bazaar.
Yeah.
So, and you know, if people still did hub zones, I know that the Nexus was a hub zone on some servers after the bazaar came out, and people would sell stuff there. It's like, I know you want to go to EC because it's EC, or if you were in Fate Arc, you want to go to Fate Arc because it's Fate Arc. But like, you know, once Luckland came out, just go to the Nexus. There's a bank that everybody can use in the Nexus. XRs can use it. Trolls, everybody.
Here's the thing, though. I'm just gonna jump right in. Sometimes you're running through EC and you find someone like you who hates Tunnel Quest, and you get a really good deal on an item because that person just like, wants to sell it. They're like, I don't care. Like, I could get 8K. I'll give you 5.
Oh yeah. Well, people still did that in Bazaar, and one of the things that I exploited in Bazaar was that
I'd find somebody selling an item, and I'd message them and be like, "Sell it to me for this much," and they'd be like, "No, prices are firm," or they'd act like they were AFK. I'd start messaging them over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. Well, in Bazaar, you could have as many items as you want on a trader, but you'd only be able to actually buy the first 30 on them. So if you could put a non-lore item that you wanted to buy, like those silver chit embracers or I can't remember what they were called, but they were really popular at the time. So you could buy one of them, put them on your trader at a very low price, and put it at your 50th item. And then sit in Bazaar and want to buy items. You just want to buy that item, and then you'd say, well, this guy's selling it for 1,500, and you'd point them to your trader where they can't actually buy it, and you just use that as the floor price. And I used that to make a shitload of money in Bazaar.
You know what I would do? I would nudge your little bizarred self into the arena, and I would murder your face and take all of your not hard-earned money.
Yeah, that arena was actually really awesome.
It was awesome, yeah.
In Bazaar.
Especially on servers with coin loot.
Yeah.
And AFK nerds trying to sell things in the
we
Bazaar.
know all about your little...
That's the only good thing about the Bazaar in Luckland, was that I could take people's money because they were too stupid to realize I could take their money.
You know, I don't remember what you said the other night, but you were talking to Rogan the other night, and you said something like, you need to find a new nerd or something. I don't even remember what it was referencing, but it was just, oh my god. You need to find yourself a new nerd, and you'll be fine. And I was just like, oh my god, Sirken.
Look, people just need to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's it.
For sure.
That's all there is to it.
Term of endearment.
Kind of.
Let me see. Oh, someone asked something about red. They're like, when are they gonna fix red or something like that? Because the resists are off or something like that. We have no fucking clue because we don't do dev work. We know that I'm like 99% sure Hanar is aware that things are a little bit off.
Give him feedback. He likes player feedback. He checks into it.
As long as it's gotta be, first of all, make sure it's accurate feedback, and second of all, be respectful when you give it to him. Because if you're a dick about it, or if you say something that's wrong, he will fucking call you out and make you look like a dumbass.
As he should.
Even if you're right and you're just rude about it, he will just, he has no problem calling people out and being like, you want to be a dick? Go get fucked. Like, he does not care. Because he puts in a ton of time coding on the server, and you know, everybody who yells and screams, you broke this and you broke that, like...
I like standing on those tents like that.
What was that? Standing on the tents.
Yeah, I do that. I have my little king of the world moment.
But yeah, in any case, anybody who fucking calls out Hanar for breaking something or whatever, like, you guys do not realize how much work him and all the other devs put in. And he does so much work with the source code. And he's the only one right now who really, you know, him and just, I think, Rogan, I think that's about it for actual source work. You guys have no idea how much time they put into that for very little thanks and very little reward other than their own satisfaction. So he absolutely has the right to call you out if you're gonna fucking bullshit him. But if you have a legitimate concern and, you know, something you want to talk about, he's always willing to listen to that feedback and find out what's wrong. He's actually really, really great about fixing problems. Like, if he finds out that he broke something, he's on it that same day trying to fix it. So
would you say Hanar does a lot?
No, I would not say Hanar does a lot, because that's actually a trick statement that really means something completely... It means you're playing Star Wars, I think, actually, is what that means.
I think the question that you have here about what defines classic.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it, Knix. What defines classic?
Okay,
to
yeah.
you?
Are we... What defines classic to me?
Can I guess what your answer's
I'd
gonna
like
be?
target
One
windows and the compass and channels and raid stuff. You know, where you can have everybody in the raid. What is that called? Raid windows?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
You know, where you could actually have everybody invited into the raid, and you could see them.
It was just the raid system. The raid system. The whole thing was just called the raid.
When was that? Was that Luckland?
No, that was Pop.
Plains of Power.
Oh, was it Pop?
Yeah. Channels was Luckland. Raids was Pop.
So, do you guys think this was another question? I don't know if it should be part of this, but maybe it didn't get added.
Was that's what defined EQ for you, Knix?
Oh. No, what defines classic?
So that's what...
Classic isn't playing in that little tiny window, having to stare at the book. I mean, that was like where we started, and...
a lot of people who would argue about... well, they'd argue to death about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that I thought that you would say it was the social aspect of the game.
Well,
is defined
well,
classic.
yeah, and during that time frame, there was a social aspect because people weren't boxing 5 accounts on the
Right. Yeah, the social aspect did die shortly after Planes of Power. Basically, they had instances and you know everything just got retarded. Everything.
Well, see, I
tried to
thought
get
instances
WoWified.
was. I thought that the instances was a result to all the guilds falling apart because the hardcore separated from the casuals.
Well, and everybody, a lot of people went over to WoW and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, LDON was. I don't know. I don't even think I've ever done an LDON instance. I've been playing a little bit on PEQ. I'm not gonna tell anybody my fucking name, but I've been playing on PEQ, and everybody's like, I hope, like, don't do an LDON instance, ha ha ha, and I'm like, why not? And like, just don't do it. And I'm like, okay, like I will.
Your impressions of people are pretty on point.
I'll avoid that like the plague, I guess. And you know, I'm over there fucking running a whole bunch of tunes, and I've never boxed before, so like, it's good fun and all that. But yeah, everybody's like, stay away from fucking, don't go to LDON stuff, man. Just stay away from it. My phone just disappeared of no fucking idea. Like, I dropped it and it vanished. Like it's fucking weird.
I have
You're
your
having
phone
some weird
number.
events.
I have your phone number on a piece of paper that
That's
I
an
lost.
old phone number, Brewski, that does not work
Oh.
anymore.
I was gonna say, so if anyone wants to break
actually-
in, they can get your number.
I had that phone number for over a decade.
Jesus.
And now I'm on a cheap ass prepaid because it's actually way cheaper for me to do a prepaid, and I still get everything that I had on my old plan for like $100 less. So, or not 100, but like
And you
$60
say
less.
you pay over $100 for your phone?
But I lost, but now I don't have my old number, which sucks. I had that for such a long time.
My brother recently did the same thing to save money.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
even
it's
remember my
so
phone
much
number.
cheaper. It's cheaper than any other service I could go through, and I still get all the data, and I get minutes, and just everything. So yeah, I mean, it just made so much sense. But I lost my holy shit, my phone literally teleported underneath something that should not have been possible.
Maybe it caused your box to fall over.
I don't know, it could all be linked.
Black hole.
It's possible that, like, my room right now is Doctor Whoing out, and everything's time traveling.
Mm.
I don't know. Anyway.
Alright, guys. Very important updates. Updates, since we're done. Well, hold on. I want to hear other people's opinions on that. But I have to AFK for 1 second to plug my phone in and get a drink. So I'm adding Ereni to take my spot for like 2 minutes.
There goes the call.
Okay, really quick, I'm gonna say Puddums.
Puddums.
Said you're suggesting Kunark didn't make the old world obsolete. Kunark did not make the old world leveling path obsolete. No, and that's what was important. Not only that, but the raid bosses in the old world were still relevant to some people. To a lot of people, actually. It was a stepping stone. Whereas
yeah, CT's
Lucklin...
like one of the highest valued targets still.
Yeah, Lucklin wiped all of that away. Like, once you had Lucklin, it's like, level here, raid here, never go anywhere else, stay on the moon, because it's the fucking moon, and why would you ever want to go back to Earth? And it was just stupid. It was retarded. So no, but I do not think that Kunark made the old world obsolete at all.
I haven't...
And the Kunark zones, with the exception of 1 or 2, are shit for leveling, because all the mobs have double HP, double AC, double everything. It's fucking terrible.
And
it's the same
So-
XP, or worse XP.
Are you
Unless
saying
you're an
classic
Ixar,
to
in
you?
which case you're a badass.
Classic to you is not looking at that little tiny window, staring at your book.
Oh,
Wait,
the
Ed?
book.
Classic's
I
not
was
really a
really
thing.
happy when the Velius UI came out. Really, really, really happy, because that opened things up a ton. It was much easier to see and read. It was such a better way to play EQ. But I didn't have anything against the original classic interface. I thought that was cool too. I really did.
I didn't even start realizing how not great the original UI was until they started improving it.
It was pretty bad, but it was beautiful, you know?
Well, it was the time frame too. It was like so cool to be able to be online and talk and be in an MMO situation.
Ereni,
Hi.
What
Oh
do
my
you,
god,
what's
she
classic?
ninja'd the fuck in here.
I ninja'd her in. What do you define? Say hi. Say hi to these people since you're joining us.
Hi, everybody.
That's Ereni.
Excellent. Hey,
I'm a really good ninja.
Yes, you
There
is.
you go.
Tell us about where can they find you?
They can't.
Ooh, because she's a ninja.
Oh, Chris, she's a ninja.
Right.
Yeah. See?
That was on the ball. Smart. Very
What is
smart.
your what defines classic to you? And as a sidebar question, if POP came out before Luckland, would that also be considered classic?
Stupid fucking question, by the
I
way.
don't know how that would work.
Well, I mean, very carefully.
No. Would it
No.
be
It wouldn't because it's a stupid question.
It's like, what's a classic car? I'm sure that there's some like actual definition somewhere.
If you're asking
If
me
if a 2007 Ford Mustang came out in 1920, would it be a classic?
Would it be a classic Mustang? Like,
Yeah,
no,
because
let's
by
fucking
definition
time
it
travel
would
and
be
get them turbocharged.
90 years older than it is.
Mhm. Yeah, dumb question.
Uh,
Dumb question.
I
If
hate
the
you.
moon was on Earth, would it be the moon?
All right. Forget it. I like Planes of Power, but forget
If
it.
the ocean were
I
grass.
like Planes of Power too.
Good.
If a toroidal body spins at exactly 500 miles per
But is
hour,
it classic? No.
what defines classic for you?
I don't know. This game?
God damn it.
Is it the social aspect? Is it the Kunark expansion? Is it slaying dragons
It's the
instead of fucking
content.
aliens?
It's the content.
It's the content, so the classic content. defines.
Definitely not aliens.
So when you think, so basically the question is, when you think of EverQuest, like what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Skeletons.
In
Killing them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Decaying skeletons chasing you everywhere
Laughing
you fucking go.
skeletons.
'Cause they're always
Bats.
aggro. Bastards.
And East Common Lands.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. God damn it. Sorry, that wasn't at any of you guys or the chat. East Common Lands is actually a really good answer. That was a big part of classic for me.
That's what I would think about when I didn't play EverQuest anymore. You know, like after 7 years of not playing EverQuest, that's what I remember is.
You were like, I want to go back to EC and hang out with all the tunnel people. And then you came to P99 and they actually had a tunnel, and you were like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I think that was the first place I went on P99 was the tunnel.
Yeah, it's amazing seeing that again, or it was at least. Now it's just like shit. I don't want to sell my stuff. Why am I here?
It's still awesome now.
Oh, it's something you have in common with Derubael.
I don't know how you can
That
stand
would
it.
be my in-game New Year's resolution, to leave EC at some point this year. There you go.
I was just gonna say that is your end game. Is that you go in there.
What was the thing that was similar? Leaving EC? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I resolved
Like
to leave EC
Colorado?
at some point this year.
No, Sirken was saying that that was something that Derubael you have in common. What leaving EC?
Hating being in EC to sell shit.
Yeah, okay, for sure. Terrible system.
It's a great system.
Well, look at all these wonderful people.
You know what question I think is actually a really good question, but just has there's only so many people, there's only so many answers you can give. Is what class would you be if you were a class? I think everybody else answered that one. You were a rogue. Argh would be a homeless person. Knix, what would you be?
She said enchanter.
Oh, enchantress. That's right. She's gonna charm people out of their pants. And then Ereni, what would you be?
I'd be a monk because I'd punch you in the face.
Oh shit! I was gonna say cleric. You'd be like, I want to heal everybody, but
No, she went the complete
Hell
different
no.
direction.
Bruce fucking Lisa over here.
Like,
is-
I want to feel your bones break. Oh, sorry. I want to feel your bones break against my skin.
What's
Yeah.
your character's last name in game? Right? He doesn't have one.
No.
Okay. Well, fuck. I was trying to do like, Ereni so and so is striking from the dark or whatever the fuck all the Steven Seagal movies. Fucking. You know.
Oh, god damn.
Steven Seagal is in the chamber. Like,
Steven Seagal is very busy.
Steven Seagal is out to kill.
Steven Seagal is under siege.
Ereni, dark elf person, is punching you in the face.
They're straight person.
Oh, man.
I have absolutely no. I wanted to skip this question for me and just go on.
Wait, what would be Argh?
He went homeless person, which I
Okay,
assume.
no, I didn't
Not
go
a
homeless
class.
person. I said what I would be, and then you said, "Oh, you'd be a homeless person."
I
Yeah,
feel
he
like
said he would be a tunnel rat. He'd actually be fucking rich in reality.
Yeah, I said it doesn't matter what class I'd be because I just be a tunnel rat. Like
You did to homeless people though. Like, didn't you sell all of your gear? For like,
no,
for
that
your
doesn't matter.
guild?
Yeah, tunnel rats are usually not fucking poor.
you're
They're
doing
usually
it wrong.
richest players on the server, basically. He'd be a rogue or a bard. Probably be a bard, since he'd
Bard,
just be
no.
selling stuff and running
I
around with
hate-
cellos on.
No, I hate music. Music makes no sense to me. I'm
You could be a
musically
rogue
retarded.
then. We'll give him
That
rogue.
might have
Hates
something to do.
music.
That
But
I
was
hate
uh,
music.
here,
I just
Argh.
hate how bad I am at music.
In real
it
life.
makes no sense.
Are you more of a brawler in a fight, or would you rather avoid the fight entirely and maybe
Stab him in the back.
maybe go call your buddy and cry about it for a while?
Okay,
while
I'm
you plot-
pretty scrappy. Feel like-
Scrap.
yeah.
So you're rogue. Yeah, we'll give him rogue. That's fine.
No, because rogue implies that you go through illicit means
Yes.
to get your items. Like Sirken, he said he'd be robbing people on the subway.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I would
He'd be on the street
absolutely.
stealing
Well, but you
wallets.
can't be
yes.
a warrior then, because warriors don't scrap. Warriors just fucking rage out.
I feel
Uh,
that.
I would not be a warrior.
You'd be like a fucking ranger or something like that.
I'm a warrior in game strictly because I only want to press one button.
Is that why you rolled
Shit's
warrior?
You could be.
I've only been a warrior. I played on like 5 different servers. As a warrior every time.
And I
And
remember
that's
the
why we
first
die all the
time-
time in
The
groups.
first time I ran into Argh, I was fucking. I turned my pet into a boat, and I was taking people on boat rides through EC. And this motherfucker gets up on the front of the boat and fucking with a whip, and targets one of the erudites in the fucking boat, and is like, "Fuck." Oh, I don't even remember what you said. It was bad.
I probably just said, yeah.
And then I turned everybody into erudites, so it was like a boat full of erudites, and he was the only one that wasn't an erudite, and he had a whip, and he was in the front of the boat. It was so bad.
2 whips.
Like, I don't know if anybody noticed and, like, understood what was going on, but, like, if you were a new player and saw that happening, like... And they didn't know it was a CSR running them around either, because I was invisible. So
Doesn't
was,
that
like,
make
this
it worse?
Boat full of erudites with Argh, the fucking white, like, barbarian dude with an eye patch and a whip, like, in front of the fucking boat. He didn't
Yeah,
even
that
have
was
another
funny.
weapon, he just had the whip. And he was just standing there with the whip. It was bad. It was really bad.
That was a good time.
Trying to find this,
See,
like...
those things don't happen when you leave EC.
That's true,
that's why
actually.
it's like-
Well, you might catch Sirken. Sirken does a lot of wacky shit outside of EC.
No, I've had to cut back on that because Nobog will fun police me.
Oh, I've
Probably
been
gonna stop
fun
frog
once.
bombing people.
One time I've been fun policed in my entire CSR career, and that's because it was the only time I ever casted a beneficial spell on a player, and it was totally on accident. I DMF'd somebody who was porting out of fear. Like, they had just finished a raid, and they were porting out of fear, and my fingers slipped, and they got DMF'd. And Nilbog was like, boom, right there next to me within seconds, and was like, fun police, and I'm like, wait, what?
That's a real thing?
I was like, what did I do? No, I knew he does that, but I was like, wait, well, like, what did I do? Is it the spell I casted? Like, my finger just slipped, and, you know, he's like, oh, yeah, no, don't do that. And I was like, oh, no, I never buff players. I hate that shit, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, that was, interesting. He actually does show up, and he says, fun police, and
He
fucking...
actually says fun police.
Yes.
You hope... See,
Does he do a
sounds-
fake siren?
He sounds nice. He's like, I'm the fun police. In reality, like, if you screwed up, he's about to chop off your hand.
Nobog's the good cop.
He's gonna
Yeah.
give you the Derubael style interrogation.
No, you guys don't even know. Like, Nobog shakes your hand with a smile, and then his other hand has a cleaver behind the
Mhm.
back. Nobog collects the hands of staff members who mess up.
Yep.
He wears them on a thick rope around his neck as a warning
And-
to other
and by the
staff
way,
members.
Any player who thinks I've been strict with them in a CSR standpoint, or Sirken has been strict in a CSR standpoint, you do not ever want to get Nilbog CSR treatment, because he's the most unbiased person ever, because everybody is just a giant collection of numbers in the database, right? So he is the ultimate, like, iron-faced, law-abiding judge. You know what I mean? Like, there is no pleading your case. There is no, there's no sympathy there if you're you know, you're a homeless person with 20 children and you just need to play EQ because that's how you fucking de-stress or whatever. Like, it will not matter. So yeah.
I like it.
Sometimes I wish he did more CSR, actually. So they could be like, you don't like my answer to your petition? Like, I'll move you over to the Nilbog section of the forum. Like, enjoy your stay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's happened that I didn't get it in game. I got just a Skype call from Nilbog, and it scared the shit out of me because, like, how often does Nilbog just call you out of the blue? Like, no heads up, no text message.
I like my Nilbog phone calls because it's always something like fun. You know, like, it's never been bad. I don't think it's always been something fun whenever he calls. So.
Oh, see, yeah, no, I was instantly like going in my brain like, did I do anything wrong? Like, is there anything that could have been like misconstrued as bad?
God.
And
yeah, you go through the list of things you've done in the last like week, right?
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, I was freaking out. I answered him like, "Hello," and he's like, "Fun police," or "I don't want to be the fun police," but blah blah blah. He asked me, I forget what he asked me. He asked me something, and I said something. Oh, he asked me what I knew about silver bullets, and I was like,
Oh, I remember.
They kill werewolves? Like, what do you get at?
Oh, is that a ridiculous aggro item?
It's some non-classic item that Uthgard gave to somebody.
Yeah,
but
he
I
gave it
had
to a warrior.
God damn it.
I summoned one and deleted it right away. I just wanted to see what it was. And luckily the logs were there to show me deleting it. So, and to everyone in chat who's saying things, hi. We're just, we're balls deep in story time right now. I don't have Uber Bandit to filter. But
I'm trying to go through them right now, actually.
yes. If you have questions, fire them off. Derubael might find it and he'll fire it off in chat and we'll go over it.
You said something that piqued my my speaking box here is the Uthgard summoning stuff. We finally have like cleared off all of the illegal items that Uthgard had summoned. Like all the different GM clickies, the only ones that are present now are the Guise of the Deceiver. If you're a returning player and you're wondering what happened to your Stone of Gnoming or your fucking Argh or whatever it is that you won at a GM event, we will replace that with a legit item.
Please don't make
Okay,
petitions because if you didn't actually have the item, we will verify that.
I got a green scale at a GM event a while ago.
Shit. I'm gonna say that right now. In fact, anybody who does that will get banned. I just want everybody to know, if you fucking try to bullshit us like that and waste our time doing a database lookup that you know is bullshit, we will fucking ban you because I want to just discourage it right now.
What if we held the item at one point in time?
What?
We can see how you no longer ended up holding it.
Held the item? Is that what you just said?
That's what she said. That is what she said.
God. Yeah. No, it's a held item.
Speaking of GM events,
What's up?
when are you guys doing your next one?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Talking about that, and you weren't here, so you didn't get to find
Well,
out.
I was busy being a ninja, so now I'm back and I asked a question.
If you were a ninja, you should have like put a listening device in the corner so that you could have heard all this shit. You can watch it on YouTube later. Events,
Wow,
events
that's rude.
are cool. Or
Oh
something.
god.
Red Sky.
Red plane of sky.
So
I came to stalk Ereni for a
Reddy's already
moment.
46 plus
So
over
look,
on Red.
this is what she was doing instead of listening to the spiel about GM events. She was AFK on Red in Sky. It's great.
do they AFK on Red on
I
Sky?
hope you get janked, Ereni.
I mean,
They-
just like on blue.
You shouldn't AFK on red anywhere.
I hope you
Actually,
get
they're
janked
doing
so
something
hard.
else. We're not really rating Sky at the moment.
Well, I'm not staying in, I'm not staying. I just wanted to stalk you real quick.
I hope 2 rogues pop up behind you and they both pop Duelist and Backstab, like right now on the screen. Just boom, boom.
There you go.
Wow,
You have been
funny.
slain by a fucking twink.
So Rennie, I noticed you, how's Red been doing? How long is it taking you to get to, what are you,
I can answer
46,
that.
47?
Oh yeah, Argh knows about it all. He can
Awful. Red is awful.
tell you.
Okay. Now from someone who's been
Probably
playing
took
on
3
Red.
minutes to get to level 50. And
On Red.
Not even level 50 yet, but okay.
Yeah, no, you're slandering the good red community over there.
I don't care.
What did you? How are you slandering the red community?
Or the red server?
Are
I
you
don't
not
know.
Listening?
You didn't even say. You said you leveled to level 50.
I was.
Argh, you're doing a bad job.
Did
I
he
was-
actually talk shit about the red server? Because we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Thank you
Just
for
very,
those
very
compliments.
subtly and sarcastically.
We can do a DT. Are you online?
Me?
No, I'm not online.
Yeah, Argh. Are you online?
No.
Should I look you up? Are you lying to me, Argh? Because lying makes it worse. You know that, right?
Probably.
Ooh. And I'm totally motivated to do a database lookup.
I don't think I've left this spot in like 2 weeks.
Oh shit! So you're just standing in the tunnel, huh? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, you were honest, so yeah, I'll probably leave you alone.
All right,
Oh.
for real though, Ereni, what level are you? On red.
Level 47.
How long has it taken you to get to level 47?
About a week.
How much of that has been power leveling from people you knew, like people who only power level you because they knew you before that? Like if they power level you just because you're right place, right time, could happen to anyone. That's cool. But how much of that has been like we're power leveling you because you're you?
Your pals, yeah.
A lot of it.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
A lot of it, she says. Huh.
How long do you think it would take someone to get to your level if they had groups but didn't have power levels?
You know what? I am a red noob. I don't know because I haven't done it before. This is my
Honestly.
first character on red, so
Mm.
I have no
Yeah.
idea. But I wouldn't think too long
I
because
like
I
that.
have
Just
been
go in the
I have
server.
been in groups where, I mean, normally on blue it would be like really bad experience, like you wouldn't even see the bar move, but
Mhm.
on red you can be in a bad group and still get amazing experience. It's kind of like mind blowing. So you have a good time regardless of what you're doing with other people. That's what I found.
I think if you go on red and you just start, throwing out some racial slurs in OOC, you'll probably get a power level. People think they'll fit right in there.
Did the red server molest you when you were a boy? I feel like there's some
Wow.
deep-rooted hatred that we should
Bias.
address.
Did a red server molest you?
Like
Red
the
server
whole
molested
thing,
me.
not even a player, the whole
Red
thing.
server's my uncle,
I-
basically. Now we've come full circle.
Like I feel like
So
Rogan
you're-
brought
so
the
you're
box
saying
over
that
to
all
you, and
170 of Light's boxes did him at the same time.
is it only 170?
They all did the same command at the same time, and he just got. I mean, he dropped from life for a few minutes because there was so much lag from all of those boxes doing the same shit. Yeah, huh. It's crazy.
Oh, red
don't know
needs
how-
love. Red needs love, Ereni. You need to.
Even with people that I don't know, like they've been nice.
Yeah.
Who don't know me, I could say that like people are nice to me because I am a female, but that's not strictly the case. Like people act the same like they
Mhm.
do on red. Like you'd think that you play by yourself because everybody wants to kill you, but that's
Everybody
not
be a dick
true.
or something. Yeah, there's a.
There
really
is a
good-
community there, and it is really nice. And everybody that I've talked to has been super nice.
What
See,
zones?
I've tried to push that idea on the forums for like the last 6 months now, and then some blue troll always comes over and is like, "Red server,
Probably me.
red server, I'm Argh, and I got 170 boxed by Light the other day, and I don't like red anymore. So yes, some
Well,
red
there is-
guy."
You know
There's
what the
an issue with red, and it's that people gank low levels because of that leaderboard. They just want a high kill to
That's
death
true.
thing,
No, that
so they
doesn't
just
even-
kill low levels
That's
because
true,
they-
but that's the exception.
That's so rare. Number one, and
What's
number
great-
two.
I don't know if it happens. I'm just making shit up. I'm just
I know.
No, it actually does happen. It happened
Literally,
today,
I've been on
actually.
that only like 6 times, and it was all to make names for beta characters. So take anything I say with a huge grain of salt, because I've never actually played there. I just like making fun of them.
I like making
Man, I
names
hate
on
it when
the red
people
server.
ask the same fucking question twice. I'm gonna clear something up really quick because I know we have some red players in the stream. Cause you guys, I think the red players come to make fun of us actually. I don't think they actually come to like get info or listen, but you're gonna get info tonight. There is no such fucking thing as Guild LNS. Okay, Guild Loot and Scoot does not exist. It's a misnomer. If you don't know what that word means, go look it up real quick.
I was actually
Well,
What
I
would
can-
Guild
I
Loot and
LNS a
Scoot be?
bunch in a thread the other day, and I had no idea what it meant.
Guild LNS is a fucking misnomer. It does not exist.
Oh,
You are
God.
doing a force LNS, okay? you are a force. You can be a force of 1 in large-scale PvP because of the way the rules are set up.
Did you hear what happened last night? Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
This has come up more than once, and I've clarified it multiple times. I keep telling people there is no such thing as guild LNS. You do not LNS as a guild, you LNS as a force. That means the people that were present for the engagement are part of that force. Anybody who is not in that force during the PvP engagement, when you call loot and scoot, they don't get a loot and scoot. They're not part of the force. You know, it's not a guild wide. The whole guild doesn't have to loot and scoot. That's all fucking retarded. That doesn't make any sense. Guild loot and scoot, you can call it if you want to call it guild loot and scoot. I don't care.
What is
But it's force loot and scoot. It's not nothing to do with guild. It's not guild based at all. That is, I don't know where that idea came from. I think maybe I said guild loot and scoot once or twice on accident. I think Sirken called it that a couple times, and everybody suddenly thought, oh, we did. All the guild has to loot and scoot from that zone because 2 people died. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. It's force loot and scoot. Just based on who was present.
You're saying that it's possible that one person yells that they need to loot and scoot, so the other guild claims victory in this brawl?
The way the rules are set up is that there's a threshold. I think it's 7. 1 group or less is small-scale PvP, and there are specific rules for how to loot and scoot in that situation. They're pretty simple. Basically, people loot and scoot individually rather than as a group. If you have more than 7, so if you have more than 1 group, 7 or more, you have to loot and scoot as a group. You can't individually loot and scoot. So when the PvP is over, you call force LNS, or group LNS, or fucking puppy dog LNS. I don't care what you call it as long as you do it right.
Puppy dog LNS requested.
So anyway, you know, you call it whatever you want. Once you've called it, your force, which is the people who are present for the engagement, get your fucking corpses and leave. You don't call in. I mean, if you need to get a cleric there to help you res, like, I don't even know if I want to say that. You know, it's get your shit and go, basically. Make it simple. If you want to ask the other side, hey, I need to bring a cleric in to help me res, make sure they're fucking cool with it. You know, by all means, that cleric is a totally separate entity. It is not part of your fucking loot and scoot. You know what I mean? So he can get ganked, basically.
Sounds like a lot of rules. A lot of weird...
It's not. It's really simple, and if the problem is that people try to rule lawyer it to get people suspended, and that's what's really starting to grind my gears. Is that people are trying to game the system and say, oh, well, this person did this, and I took this selective screenshot that shows them doing this, and they should be suspended. And it's like, fuck off, stop trying to get people suspended, and just play the fucking game. The rules are really simple. If you kill somebody, they can loot and scoot. If they don't want to loot and scoot, they don't have to. That's about it. If you got if you got 20 people fighting 20 people, once everybody's done fighting, one side can call LNS or not. If they call LNS, get their fucking bodies and leave.
Okay, what about if I die in this group combo event and then I decide to not come back for 3 hours? Can I hop in the zone
if you come back 3 hours later, you forfeit loot and scoot. You can't do shit.
Are you good grief? These rules suck.
Also, loot and scoot is only...
Why should you be able to leave for 3 hours and then come back and be like, I'm gonna get my corpse now? Like, no, you get your corpse right as you die.
Loot and scoot only lasts an hour.
Right. I mean, like, why would you wait another day? I hate it. Doesn't make any sense, is the thing. And not only that, but there's no way for a player to verify it. Everybody could run around being like, I died 2 days ago, and I'm getting my corpse, and not get PvP'd because they say they're on LNS. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you die, you get your body, and then if you want to camp out after that, go ahead. But you don't get to come back days later, 3 hours later to get your body.
Too many weird rules there.
Or just...
It's not more than the weird.
What if I gotta go? What if my kitchen's on fire and I need to leave the computer for a few minutes? You know.
Well, here's the thing: if your kitchen's on fire, you shouldn't give any shits about your red character.
The least of your concerns should be getting your corpse on Red 99. I came from like a really hardcore PvP environment that was really unforgiving. I played hardcore Diablo 2 PvP and Rallo Zek and just every PvP server or every PvP thing I've ever played on has been unforgiving and brutal. And I try to not apply that logic to Red 99 when like we're talking about making rules and stuff. And that's why we have Loot and Scoot, and that's why we have all these blue rules on the Red server to protect newbies and to build a community. But at the same time, like, if you're gonna play on the PvP server, don't complain about getting PvP. Like, if you die once or twice, do not come running to us asking for bans, suspension, and kicking and screaming and crying, because I have no sympathy for you. Like, if you're on a PvP server, expect to get killed.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
within
why
the
I'm not
bounds
there.
of the rules. If somebody's harassing you or griefing you and stuff like that, we'll deal with that. We don't like that, but you know, don't freak out over PvP death. You know, that's something else that some people do. It's like I got killed in PvP, and they flip out, and it's like, then go
It's
play.
alright, it's like people who get trained in Argh's Castle and think people should get banned because they don't know that you get trained in Argh's Castle all the time.
At his own line. Oh yeah, I love that. We're getting trained in Mistmore at the entrance. I'm like, oh, for real?
You mean
Like,
the only exit out of the zone?
hold on, I'll be right there to ban the entire zone because everybody's done that at least once.
I gotta tell you what happened last night, Derubael.
Okay, okay.
Last night was the first I ever heard of Guild Loot and Scoot as like a real thing, and
yeah,
and
it's not a thing.
and the reason it was brought to my attention is because Guild A was in Plane of Fear with roughly 27 people,
Oh fuck!
and Guild B had one person online,
Mm-hmm.
and of course 27 versus 1 is only gonna end one way.
Mm-hmm. And so
And-
the one person had to call Guild LNS,
But
right? The entire guild.
but that person couldn't because they weren't an officer, and so they
Oh.
corpse camped this person until an officer of the guild logged in and called Guild Loot and Scoot for that one person. That's
can you
something
send
that
me a
happened.
Message? Can you send me a message and tell me which guild was the one that didn't let that one fucking guy get his body?
Yeah,
'Cause
but
know
I
who
mean,
it was.
just
I
by
could guess.
you should know.
Wow, really? That's the
Funny.
guild that didn't. let
What
him get
other
his-
guild has 27 people?
Oh yeah, okay, good point. No, wait, yeah, okay, yeah, good point. See, that's the thing I wanted to discourage. Like, that's the shit that drives me nuts. Is that rule lawyering? Like, let's try and squeeze every little bit of grief that we can out of the rules because it's not a free for all wild west fucking death zone like it was a year ago. You know what I mean?
That happens on Blue.
So
way
they've got
more,
this
too.
mentality of just like, let's scorch the
Yeah,
earth
I can.
in any
can't
way we
support.
can within the bounds of the rules, and I hate that so much. That will pit me against you on Red 99 100% of the time. If I see that's going on, I clearly know that's what's happening. It just drives me nuts. The reason why we have a higher population now is because we fought so hard to get rid of all that bullshit, and it's worked. And anybody who tries to squeeze it back in, I just want to take you and slap you.
Yeah, I
In-game.
mean, CSR is
In-game.
trying to give Red some love. The devs are trying to give Red some love. I know that there's players that have reached out to me and Derubael to kind of keep us in the loop on what's going
Oh,
on,
yeah.
because players care about what's going. Like, so many people
a
are
lot of
caring,
good.
and yeah.
There's a lot of good going on.
Oh,
There's a lot of good going on. The players are putting in the effort. So whenever I see somebody who just wants to watch the world burn, by doing that shit, that's when I'm not a happy camper when I see that, and I make it very clear that I don't want, that's discouraged and that needs to not happen.
all right.
Another disturbing thing I saw on the forums today, or it was yesterday. Someone said, well, guild leaders can't police what their members say on the forums or in game.
Yes, they can.
And I said, I didn't have time to jump in and make a post, but I wanted to say they absolutely fucking can, and they absolutely fucking need to.
There's entire guilds that aren't allowed to post in like
You
RNF.
can't
Exactly.
post in RNF.
Exactly. And by the way, we have every right as CSR staff, if we ever want to, and guild leaders and officers on Red, relay this. If you're a Red 99 player and you didn't know this was a thing, relay it to your guild leader. At any time we want, we can hold you responsible for a guild member's actions if it's happening repeatedly and you're not doing anything about it.
We've done it.
We've done it. Absolutely.
Like,
and can
we
do
have
it
precedent and
anytime
everything.
we want. We can ban you for something that someone in your guild did. You need to police that. And obviously, if it was some crazy person who just went off the cuff and did some random one-off thing, we're not going to come down on you. But man, there are some people in some guilds, in all guilds, and it's not just one guild or the other. It's everybody's got problems. If you're not policing that, you need to be, and you have no excuse for not doing so. If you need ideas on how to make that happen, you shouldn't be a guild leader.
Or you should surround yourself with smarter officers that can give you good advice.
Exactly. More people who know, yeah.
Stop using officers as a popularity thing and actually get people that will make the guild better.
Get some charismatic people, or if you really can't control somebody, why are they in your fucking guild? Kick them out.
Well, that's not fair.
What if you like psychopaths?
If you can't control somebody, you don't think you should kick them out?
I mean, sometimes you don't know that shit's happening in your guild, right? Like
Okay,
Zealot
yeah.
and TMO.
Sure. But then if you're aware of it and you just don't do anything to stop it because you say you can't or they won't listen to you, or if you have a player in your guild that you just know will never follow anything you say, like why would you keep them in your guild?
Well, not everybody is there. I mean,
Like, if
not
I have-
everybody is there when tracking on spawns. You know,
If I have a
it's, like,
player,
so
if
random.
I say, hey player, hey Sirken, don't talk shit to the server staff. And that player goes and talks shit to the server staff
Fuck you,
over and
Sirken!
over and over again, and somehow doesn't get banned because Derubael believes in free speech. You know, if you don't guild remove that person, like you're not a guild
Here's
leader.
the
you're
thing,
not-
though. Here's
Yeah,
the
but
thing,
if-
though.
if-
Time out.
If I were the guild leader and I had a member who was talking shit to the staff or about the staff,
I was using that
and
as an
Sirken
example.
didn't ban them, then I would believe that it's not my responsibility to remove that person if Sirken doesn't find it responsible
that was
to
just-
ban him.
That was just an example. It could be anything. It could be
Yeah.
talking shit.
Well, you
to
gotta
another
be
player.
careful, Derubael. People are gonna take you literally.
Here's the thing,
I mean-
Derubael.
Use it to rule.
Well,
later.
they should go talk shit to a guide and find out what happens.
Derubael.
Are there any on right now?
If you boot somebody who's a piece of shit, someone's like, say there's someone who just constantly talks shit or trains or does whatever.
Right.
If you boot them, they go to the other guild,
No,
and now
I
all
agree
that
with you.
shit comes against you.
I agree with you. And that's why you're a bad guild leader if you haven't taken steps before that to curb or fix the behavior. Or if you have not, like you said, surrounded yourself with charismatic people or people with good people skills who can fix that behavior.
People skills go a long way.
For sure.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I'm saying is that that's the last resort. But if you haven't taken steps before that to make it so you don't have to get to that last resort, you're not doing your job as a guild leader. You're just skating on other people's, being a guild leader is part of that is being a charismatic person who has people skills, who knows how to deal with people, who knows how to get them to do things. That's an important part of leading a guild. And if you don't have those skills, you can still lead a guild, but you need people who can. And if you can't control your members, it's something that we don't do often, but we can do it. That's the thing. So, clean it up is what I'm saying, basically.
Or else.
I've told everybody this, before. And one of these days, somebody's just gonna get banned, and they're gonna be like, "Why am I banned?" And we're gonna be like, "Because we told you a year ago to clean this person's behavior up, or get them out of your guild, or do whatever you need to do, and you didn't do it. So now we're holding you responsible." And they're gonna kick and scream and cry, and they're gonna have a meltdown, and they're gonna want to go kill that person that they never policed. And I'm having no sympathy, none whatsoever. I'm not even gonna look at your ban appeals or requests because, yeah. Anyway,
All right, speed answers.
I love you, Red 99, but I love all of the Red 99 people.
I need speed
Derubael
answers.
really likes gossiping about Red. Like, let's make that clear.
A couple of clucking
Wait.
hens in here.
He doesn't like the drama, but he stirs the pot.
I do not
You know what I'm
stir.
saying?
And
We
Oh,
did just
yeah,
kind of
go
talk
on,
about
yeah.
Red in theory
What
for
else could we
50
talk
minutes.
about Red?
Oh God.
You have any more secrets?
Wait, any more secrets on Red?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't like Red server. Oh, well.
You just said you liked
Let me
God
preface
damn
that.
You just said, I love all you Red 99 people. Then you
No,
just said, I
What
hate
is
the Red
it
server.
about?
I actually do. I like most of the Red 99 players. They're good people with a good sense of community. Like Ereni was saying, there's a lot of people who help you out. When I played on Red 99, And my first day, I logged a character in, and I had 3 really nice dudes poured in with a druid, and they gave me like a couple pieces of gear, and they buffed me and gave me some plat. And they're like, welcome to the server. If you need any tips on how to PvP or need to know about etiquette, send us a tell. Like, we'll be here to give you a hand. I thought that was so cool. I thought that was great. I think I made like a forum post, and I was like, I'm gonna be on sometime in the next like week. And they read that post, and like 4 days later, found me when I finally made a character, and came and gave me stuff. And that happens all the time, so I love the community. But there's a few people who just... I want them to clean up their act because they're an important part of the server, but at the same time, a lot of times I sit here and I just go, it'd be a better place if you just weren't here. Like things would run more smoothly if you were just gone, because you're a problem.
Isn't that the same for blue?
Yes, it is. But it's more apparent on red because there's so few people and we have global OOC. It makes a big difference.
So we need more red players, is what you're telling me.
So we need exactly. So I don't like drama on either server.
Can we talk about how awful all of these people are at Ragefire right now?
No, no,
Oh,
no,
God.
not at all.
Was it actually
We
up?
never. The first rule of P99 CSR Ragefire is that you do not talk about P99 CSR Ragefire. The second rule of P99 CSR
What's your
Ragefire.
stance on vigilante justice at Ragefire?
Don't
The
get
second
caught.
rule
ready
of
to
P99 CSR Ragefire is that you do not talk about P99 CSR
All right.
Ragefire.
Well,
Are we
I'm
clear?
gonna go vigilante down there eventually.
Fantastic. You should probably not do that at the thing we're not going to talk about.
Yeah,
Okay, I won't mention
That's
it.
good.
Oh, I'm getting tells from red players saying you hate them.
I hate them.
Yes.
There's only a couple people on red that I really, really can't stand, and they probably know who they are.
Well, that's
No,
reassuring.
actually, I take that back because I hide it really well. I don't get angry with the red players. I don't, single people out and stuff like that. A lot of people think that I don't like them, and it's just because I have apathy towards them. Like, I don't care. Like, I probably don't even know who they are, and they're like, you don't like me, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but whatever you say.
That's true. Sirken's doing all the DTs lately. I don't see you at all on red.
Whoa, I'm distributing justice. That's what I'm doing.
Justice, air quotes.
Justice. I'm not air quoting. Get your air... Justice. That's my middle name. Sirken Justice.
Jesus Christ. Aw, yeah.
Oh. I ooze justice the way Argh oozes enthusiasm.
Yeah, you don't see me in game a lot because number one, I've been super busy the past month, and then also I spend a lot of time in the petition forum. I can't really. If I'm online, I'm usually just in Viz hanging out.
If you guys want to see Derubael more, stop RMTing. It's that simple.
Just put in petition.
Well, see, I thought it was in the girl. That's why you were busy.
What was that? Say it again.
Never mind.
No,
You're busy.
She said she thought you had a new girl.
Oh, I was doing what with the girl? Okay, whatever. I have been doing things with the girl this past month, but not the kind of girl that you would think.
Wait, what kind of girl would he think?
How many?
Are there different kinds? Wait, what?
Like his grandma.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, like there are different kinds of girls, right? Like you have hot girls, and then you have not hot girls, and then you have grandmas, and and they all fall into different categories. And
Oh, there's really just two
you
categories.
have nerdy girls, and you have nerdy girls are the best. Then you have
They really are.
you got like the stuck-up girls that wanna
No, there's just girls you would and girls you wouldn't.
And the grandma is one of the ones you wouldn't. Done. You know me as here.
Maybe.
That's great. That's great. That's great.
There we go.
Yeah. I've been busy with my family, you guys. Oh, now I see your thing in Skype. Super busy. No, it's not that, actually, Knix. Not at all. Not at all.
Good. What zone are you in now? Burning Woods?
Maybe I zoned into unrest right away. I got bored.
Yeah, you ask that right after he zones every time.
Yeah, I'm on DSL internet. Really bad. I'm always a little behind in Skype.
That's not your fault. There's a delay.
Is dead. Newsflash.
Oh.
And
That's okay.
We need to do our fucking jobs as GMs, Sirken, and drop the ban hammer on immature assholes. We need more guides to do that because the guides are like the front line. They're the troops that are killing all of the terrorists in Afghanistan and defending the freedoms of all P99 Narathians. And we need a couple more to fire our righteous bullets of CSR fury at all the bad guys. Because we're supposed to be dropping, tactical warheads on people. That's what Sirken and I are supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be shooting bullets.
Oh. Which is not the same. Yeah. Oh, god damn it. Alright, I have one more question and then we're gonna wrap this up because we've only got like 6 minutes.
A ton of questions.
I know, but 6 minutes. 6 minutes, that's all we got. So we gotta speed round this. Lady,
Dodged the bullet.
this one's for you.
Okay.
I was gonna give it to Greengrocer, but he wasn't able to make it this evening.
I'm
So-
confused
Ooh,
about
is
this.
it about cheese?
It's about food. I want to know what you would bring to a P99 potluck dinner.
Oh, nice. I think Sirken is trying to gauge who he's inviting to
What would you
dinner.
bring?
If he ever has like a party thing.
Enchiladas. That's what
He's
I
trying
meant.
to.
Bring
Oh,
enchiladas and bring it.
I bet you they would be so much better than my enchiladas.
Yeah, because you put A1 sauce on your
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
How does that
Sirken
even
didn't know.
exist?
Sirken didn't know that enchilada sauce was a thing, so he just dumped
That is-
one on his enchiladas.
That is worse than not knowing what
The fuck?
potluck is.
Sirken, what would be your potluck item, or did you leave already?
I would probably bring.
Stop.
I would bring lasagna tacos.
What the
Oh my
fuck?
goodness.
Or.
Did you hear me?
I
I
think
was about to say hell yes. Who said lasagna? And he said tacos. And I don't even know what that is. Nobody would eat your fucking food item.
What if I brought.
I would.
would.
Ereni would.
I heard you mention lasagna tacos, and the image has kind of haunted me ever
Like
since then.
hamburger helper, like taco. Like you get a hamburger helper taco boxes. That's what it sounds like.
No, it's amazing. I
What
took
would
a
you bring?
picture.
Okay, well, since it's been explained to me, I would. I don't know what I would bring.
Casseroles was always something that.
Argh would
I
stop and get a.
alcohol. Some sort of alcoholic
No, you
thing.
can't bring alcohol to a pot. If you don't know what to bring, all right, to a potluck, you go to the fucking store, and you get a fruit salad or a salad. That's what you do. You fucking-
I was obsessed with fruit salads.
That's what you do with your fucking potluck. If you fucked up and you can't
end
cook,
up with like 7 fruit
I would
salads.
I would bring a watermelon filled with vodka.
well, no, man, you gotta invite.
That's
people,
fancy.
And
you
the
gotta
kids would
either
eat that.
Invite people who know how to cook, or you gotta invite people who are married to people who know how to cook.
Oh,
That's
you
how you
know
do
what?
a potluck.
Oh. All right,
Anyway,
we're
Knix,
done.
Knix, I want to know what Knix. would
Oh
do
shit, I
with
forgot about Knix. I'm so sorry.
It's been so long since I've did a potluck.
Well, what do you have a taste for?
As long as me.
it. What would you
If I could bring anything I wanted,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually would bring stuff that would fit in. Because if you found out 3 people are bringing vegetables,
Well,
You
right
know what
now
you
we
need to
got
bring a main course.
enchiladas, and we got fucking enchilada
Oh.
taco Mexican casserole fucking lasagna.
Okay.
And,
you
Mexican.
guys are all making main dishes. So
And Arg's
I'll
bringing
bring the
fruit
fruit
salad.
salad for you.
we're bringing fruit salad too. Now we got 2 fruit salads, enchiladas,
I'll bring
one
apple
good
pie.
dish that Ereni's bringing, the
We
enchiladas.
gotta bring some dessert.
I'll bring apple
Sirken-
pies.
Sirken has lasagna enchiladas or
Everyone's
whatever,
bringing
lasagna
fruit
tacos.
salad.
Yeah, they're only tacos because I don't have the sauce.
And I will bring.
Fruit salad, we already determined.
No, I will bring pumpkin pie.
I won't eat it.
What?
Yeah, I hate
Oh,
it.
fuck.
Then I will eat all of it, and you guys can all just.
He's gonna
fucking
be like,
go
"Fuck you guys, I'm
Ew,
taking
I like
this."
pumpkin
Pie
pie.
is great.
Oh, all right, we're done. Nick, say goodbye. Say them.
Wait.
What?
Oh, no, hold on. I know what I'd bring. I'd bring funnel cake.
This is actually
I like
really,
funnel cake.
really
Yeah,
important.
nice.
Actually, we're gonna answer this one, and then you can hang up.
You
for a
better
moment.
make it real quick, like 35 seconds.
Is it safe to invest my time into my characters on P99. Will the server soon shut down? Does it have a timeline, etc.?
Yes, it's safe.
It is perfectly safe. It's probably going
safe.
to run longer than any other private emulated project or game on the internet. So you are.
Well,
There's people here
That's
that
not
have
true.
been playing for like, what, 5 years
We've
now?
already been up
6
for
years?
5 years. We're going to be up for probably at least another 5 minimum. I mean, it would surprise me if P99 was shut down 10 years from now. It really would, because there's always going to be somebody who wants this experience, and will continue to provide it for the community. So yeah, your shit's really safe. We never do wipes either. So
That's how you get dingleberries.
Rogan and Nilbog have said they'll never do a wipe. So
yeah. All right. Knix, say bye to these people.
Bye, everybody.
And
Thanks for having me back.
we love you, Knix. Argh, say bye to these people.
Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye.
See you at the
Goodbye,
potluck,
Argh.
Argh.
Yeah.
Ereni, say bye. Tell them you're streaming stuff.
Goodbye. You can see me on Twitch at Ereni P99.
Go there. Click her follow button. She likes it when you do that. Derubael.
Hey Rennie,
Does it
make me
make
a
her
chat
phone?
mod. Give me a
That
sword
sounded
so I
like
can
a
slay
window.
people. Please. Twitch.tv/Derubael and youtube.com/Derubael. There's actually important CSR and game information on my fucking channel. So if you go there, you can watch the shit, get secret info or whatever. It's great, and we're done. This stream went on for way too fucking long. to
Way
begin with.
too long. That's why I'm putting you guys on hold, all quick and rude about it. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you had a wonderful Monday night. This might have gone a little too long, but we started a little too late, so maybe it will balance. Hopefully I won't have to chop it up. I'm going to be so upset if I have to chop it up. Thanks for watching. Hit the follow button, project1999.com for all your EverQuest classic things, because we do classic better EverQuest better than... Look, I might be having a stroke. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and goodbye.